Pokemon and Digimon. You see, there's always a stigma going on whenever you talk about these two franchises. Do you like Pokemon? Or do you like Digimon? Why not both? You see, I'm a grown man. I'm married and I have 2 kids. I still love Pokemon. I love both of these franchises. Pokemon is great. I called it the curse of my generation. I found that everyone who used to play Pokemon back when I was a kid is still playing Pokemon. And even more people when Pokemon Go came out. We all know how that went. But when you talked about Pokemon, everyone always knew what you were talking about. It was the little yellow guy, right? With the red cheeks, the Pikachu, the Pokemans, all that stuff. Yeah, everyone knew that. But back then, there was also a little bit of a contender going on. And that contender's name was Digimon. You see, Digimon's been part of my life ever since I was a little kid. I remember just seeing these commercials. Right off the bat, you just see an egg hatching, 2 kids going at it, just with these little pets, because, you know, they were cool looking. Look at that. I mean, his shadow just turned into a Greymon. And, oh man, what's he gonna turn into? Oh, Tyrannomon. Oh, wow. Look at it. Oh, they can fight? That's so cool. I mean, what kid would not want one of these, you know, when they're little, or now? It could also be known that this is the time when Tamagotchi was a thing. You see, the Tamagotchis were these little monsters that you have to hatch, and then you train them and feed them and clean up their poop. Ugh, so stupid. Little Shin-Chan rejects. Digimon, however, were cool monsters that you'd hatch and feed and train and clean up their poop. Wait a second. By the way, don't tell little Kyle, they were made by the same people. Now fast forward a couple years, there was a certain show that was getting ready to come on Saturday morning cartoons. And, they had some familiar looking monsters. Now I remember just knowing that this show was going to come out and I was going to know a little bit about it because I had the Digivice. But then you had these kids falling out of the sky and I didn't know what was going on, and then I was just, wait a second. What? Wait, oh, look at these kids, they're riding on top of these cool looking things. Holy cow, what is that? Wait a second, I know those guys, I raised a lot of them. Not that one. Not to mention the stuff that they turned into. I mean, I'm used to a little bitty dragon that kind of got bigger and got wings. Don't look at me, it was just an example. But Pokemon didn't give us these things. I mean, if you told me my little itty bitty dinosaur that was yellow would grow up into a giant man dinosaur that was throwing huge fire spirit bombs, what? All that said, Digimon never grew to be as big as, you know, Pokemon. But it's still remembered fondly in my own nostalgia and nostalgia of a lot of people. See, not long after the show aired in America, PlayStation got its own Digimon game. Were you playing through the story of the anime? No. Funny thing is, you were actually playing a game based off the original Tamagotchi Digivice. You play as a young kid named Hiro. He loves Digimon. Look at him running through the park, admiring everybody else's Digivices. For some reason, he didn't bring his. But he really likes Digimon. Really likes Digimon. You are then graced with an awesome battle, with graphics that lie to you about the battles and the way that everything's gonna work in this game. The fights between Metal Mamemon and Metal Greymon. It's a great way to hype you up for this game. How's it gonna play? Hiro's parents face the deadly curse of not being there when everything goes down. Don't forget to wash your hands before eating. But it doesn't matter, because the Digivice is always there for him. For some reason, though, seems to be doing something different. Those don't look like pixelated graphics. A beam of light shoots out, and, like every anime, it transports him into a totally fake computer area. Oh man, this looks so great. Oh, we're going to the digital world. I wonder what it's going to look like. Oh. It looks amazing! After a lengthy talk dialogue and everything else that you have to do, you then get to go and run around with your Digimon. There's a whole bunch of stats that you see in the very beginning, and you're wondering what you have to do. Then you get to see all the Digimon that you get to get in the game, and each Digimon has its own branching path that it can turn into. How do you get your Digimon to get to the next level? Well, that's simple. Training. You see, there's a training gym that you have right next to the starting area. You then pick a machine that you want the stats to train, and then a little cutscene happens. A little cutscene. Is it really this long? Yay, the stats go up. Let's not forget the last thing, pooping. Oh gosh, it's gotta poop again. The battle system was a little different than normal RPGs. You see, unlike normal games, you just kind of stand there and let your Digimon do the work. Sometimes the system would work for you. You'd get a Digimon stuck in a corner, and you'd be able to clean up real easy. Other times, what are you doing? Fight him, he's sitting there. Oh, good job. And then you can attack again, and what are you doing? After battles were over, then you'd get to see your stats go up, and then get a couple bits, and see the Digimon run away. Digimon don't die. Back to the gym. You gotta keep going, and training, and always training in these stupid little cutscenes. Get those stuff. Oh, he's hungry. I give this system a lot of grief, but you know what? It also is just so reminiscent of the old Digivice. I was just taking care of it just like it always needed to. And you'd feed it and train it, and you know, it's all to get that Digimon up. Get it to the next level. Get it to whatever champion you want. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap! The story of the game was actually fairly simple. You had all the Digimon that left the city because, I don't know, I forget. But you have to go and find them. You'd fight them, then you'd get a little talking scene to why they left and why they should go back. After that, they go ahead and head back to the city, and sometimes even open new shops and areas. But finally, after all that training, and feeding, and pooping, the Digimon would finally ascend to the next stage. Oh man, Agumon, we've had so many battles, we've had so many fights. I'm so ready for this Greymon. Oh, I got all the stats I needed to. It's gonna be glorious. Tyrannomon. Stupid Digivolutions. I can't take this crap. Just really, I can't believe it. I had everything right. I don't know what went wrong. Okay, just do it again. Do it again. As I said before, after all the training and the fights and doing everything correctly, your Digimon will turn into exactly what you wanted. Greymon. Nailed it. First try. You might be asking yourself, Kyle, why am I listening to all this stuff about Digimon? Well, why? There's a new Digimon game out! Welcome to Digimon World Next Order. A game that I never thought was going to make it to America. But here it is. And holy cow. You can have so many more Digimon than you could in the original game. I mean, look at all these Digimon! What is... Oh, Digimon World Next Order. This time around, though, you're not playing as Hero. You play as either the male protagonist, Takuto, or the female protagonist, Shiki. And then, it's kind of the same from there on. You have your Digivice, it's just kind of there. It goes off, and then, of course, just like the last one, he picks it up, puts it in this... Wait a second. How come I didn't have a wrist strap for my Digivice? Wrist strap aside, it doesn't really matter because once you put it on, after 7 years, apparently, you get transported into ones and zeros, and you're now in the digital world. Again. Your character, of course, doesn't know where they are, and they start looking around. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, is that War Greymon? Oh, I gotta go talk to him. I guess Middle Garumon's there too. What? Whoa! This is Machinedramon, a mega level Digimon that is causing all sorts of... Oh, it doesn't matter, look who decided to show up! Oh, Metal Garurumon and War Greymon. Unlike the first game, instead of having one partner, you get two. And the tutorial gives you these two megas. I get him in the tutorial. A small talk scene later and you're now in your first battle. You have Metal Garurumon and War Greymon. You find out that it's a lot like Digimon World 1 where you're not doing anything but cheering. This time, however, there's order points. order points are given between the bond and your support that you give for your Digimon. Supporting your Digimon this time is a little bit more than just constantly pressing the X button. You have to time it to whenever they're doing an attack, and then when you get 150 order points, you're allowed to unleash your own special attack for each Digimon. Each Digimon! When prompted, the Digimon will go into a small cutscene where they do their special move and deal massive damage to the other Digimon. Because of the dreaded plot machine known as Machinedramon, your 2 Mega level Digimon, who should totally be able to take him, end up getting tired out. But there's one thing that happens right before you're done with your tutorial. Your Digivice begins to glow with a light, which your Digimon referred to as the light of a bond. Now, of course, always with the power of friendship will defeat everything. However, it was pretty cool. So I'm just gonna let me, with my first introduction to this scene, go ahead and tell you how it played out. This is the part where there's supposed to be really epic music, but YouTube doesn't like it. Enjoy this other song from the soundtrack. Okay, here we go. Oh. No escape! Do it. Oh, it's a cross evolution! EXE! Okay, not the end of the We're gonna do this? Oh, this is so good. Material life is right there. Oh. I love you so much. Supreme Cannon! Transcendent Sword! Yeah! Oh, it's so good! You did both of them at once, it's so good! Of course it's a success! Of course! 2 partners become one and they will be more powerful than usual. Oh god, I can't take this. Yes! Oh, of course he's dead. Oh no! Scripted cutscenes. Why are you doing? Oh come on! I'm the only one who loses Machinedramon.
How can this be?
Lord Raymond shouldn't have lost to Machinedramon. The Draw Destroyer, just so good. Oh. Oh, guys.
This isn't the time to be sleeping. We must defend our partner.
After the hype has died down, you see Metal Garurumon and War Greymon run in, try to fight off the Machinedramon separately again. The 3 Digimon all set up their special attacks, and, of course, Metal Garurumon and War Greymon's attack overcome the stupid Machinedramon that would not die. Unfortunately, War Greymon and Metal Garurumon don't get to stay with you, because this is a tutorial. You don't get to keep it. Battered and broken, you end up into the real digital world, where you meet Digimon, an old man Digimon who tells you that heroes never die, and neither do your Digimon partners, because they're cool. So, he goes ahead and makes them digital, for you to make into an egg. Now, it's not going to become War Greymon or Metal Garurumon right off the bat, but you get to choose between the eggs. There's 10 eggs to choose from, and even though they won't become Mega Digimon right off the bat in the game, you get to choose between which ones you think that you know. A Digimon fan will know which ones they'll actually become rookies, but it might not matter, because, in the end, you might not get the rookie or get the stats that your rookie will become. After you choose your eggs, they'll become baby level Digimon. Then, you get to go out into the real town. Go around and find some meat that grows in a garden? Yeah, that was like that in the first game too. But really, it's time to train. Training is way better in this game. All training is done inside this gym, where you have a screen that shows your speed, wisdom, NP, strength, stamina, and HP. All you have to do is choose which one you want to train your Digimon in, and you'll have the stats increase in that level with no cutscene. You also have this little bonus minigame where if you land on the right spot, you could get increased stats by a little. After you train, your Digimon evolve again into in-training. Training. Yeah, okay. But you get the idea. Both of them will evolve around the same time in the first day. And you'll even get your rookies. Oh, pooping is back. But just go boom boom. The stat page and the Digivolution tree both come back showing you what your in-training Digimon can become for a rookie level. And it might not be good the first time around. Sometimes you might want a Digimon that you want, but the stats won't grow high enough. This time around, because they were first level Digimon, I was only able to get... Oh. That's Black Agumon. Oh. And that's Renamon. Pretty cool for the first ones I can get. Once you feel comfortable with your Digimon and their training, you're allowed to leave, and then you can go into the real world. Patamon stops you as your first battle, and you're greeted to something really cool. A small drum roll and that nice guitar chord, and you realize this is the first boss music from the first game. I love this. It was a small nod to the original game that I thought was really cool. Patamon Oh. I guess he doesn't put up that much of a fight. The beginning area map is really nice to let you know that you're in the digital world. You get to run through nature that's littered by human objects and computer parts that just lie around everywhere. It's very reminiscent to the anime and even the first game. Battles occur when you see a Digimon on the map. When a Digimon touches you, the battle starts. A ring appears on the map and you fight right there, just like Digimon World 1. Though, unlike that game, the battles feel better. I mean, you're still cheering like you did in the first game, but between having two Digimon, them attacking faster, and gaining OP points, you don't feel like you're trying to watch a pet learn to sit. You feel like you're watching your partners fight for you. It actually feels like a partnership. There are a lot of Digimon in the game, and in order to get them, your Digimon will go through life cycles. When they get done with their first life cycle, they'll die, but you'll get to choose another egg. It might be tedious starting over sometimes, but it's always for the better, because you get to get new Digimon. At the rookie level and higher, your stats are blocked off, and you don't really know what your Digimon needs to become the next Digimon that you want. Though, that's kind of good, because in Digimon World 1, you didn't know what you needed to get any Digimon that you wanted. In this game, you get to actually praise them, or scold them, or whatever you want to do. But, doing so will unlock a certain attribute that you need to get the next evolution. Sometimes it's only one, sometimes you get a couple things. But once you finally figure out those key parts that you need, you'll get the Digimon that you were going for. There's one more little aspect that I forgot to mention. You see, through the game, I found these! Holy cow! It's the original Digivices! Do you know what this means? All it really means is just that it's online mode. There's no real online mode. However, when you get a Digimon and the stats that you like for it, you're able to put it into this Digivice. When entered into the Digivice, you're not allowed to enter any higher levels or stats, even if you get a Mega. But you're allowed to go online and fight other people who've put their own Digimon in their Digivices. The battle starts just like the original Digivice. It's a little quicker, but the nostalgia hit me hard when I saw these little balls of fire and rocks going through. The one who has higher stats wins. Winning will net you a currency that you can use in this little shop area to buy stuff that is kind of hard to get in the game, but you can still get later on. There's so much more I want to talk about this game, but if I did, I just wouldn't stop. I love this Digimon game. It's not Cyber Sleuth, but man, is it a good Digimon world. At the time of making this video, I still haven't beaten the game. So aside from Omnimon, I haven't gotten to be able to EXE with any other Digimon. But there's something I just can't stop thinking about. Is this game a sequel to the old PS1 game? I don't know, all I'm saying is this guy from the intro looks a lot like Hero from Digimon World 1. Is there any connection? But that's the thing. This game has way more than I originally thought it was gonna have. I mean, it's got, like, the stuff from the old PS1 game, but just way better. Like, they fixed all the problems of the old one. This game's not gonna be for everyone. If you were into Cyber Sleuth, it's not Cyber Sleuth 2. It's gonna be grindy. You're gonna be going through the whole game, raising a Digimon, cleaning up after it, feeding it, all that stuff that I've talked about this whole video. And in the end, they're going to die, and you're going to have to grind through and get them again. But the game is just so much more fast than the PS1 one was. One was. But I can't stop playing this game. It's that good. If you want to check it out, if you want to rent it, however you want to do that nowadays, I guess GameFly. This game, I mean, if you got the money, you got the time, or even better, if you're a Digimon fan, you just, to me personally, you got to pick this game up. Because, gosh, out of all the Digimon World games, this one is the best. I guess it's not such a hard choice with this in the franchise. You know what you did. That's the thing, though. This whole video, I've been talking about Digimon. And where did it all begin? It all began with a little V-Pet. A little Tamagotchi that you carry around, that you feed, that you train, that you clean its poop. And that's where Digimon began. That's where my love for Digimon began. And this new Digimon World Next Order is the continuation of my childhood, of nostalgia of Digimon, the love that I've had for Digimon since I was a little kid. And that's just the reason why I made this video. I just wanted to just gush about how much Digimon has changed, and yet with this new game, it is still the same. It's so cool just to think of it like that. I'm like, it's just floored. Look what Digimon's become. All this aside, I'm just a Digimon fan that really enjoyed this game. I don't know if I'll make another video like this in the future, but you know what? I mean, it took a lot of time, but I had fun, and I'm glad with how it came out. If you liked it, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Tell me what you like about Digimon. Tell me what you learned. This Digimon video took a lot of time to make. Took a lot of work, more than I've ever put in any other video that I've made on this channel. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned a little bit about Digimon if you never knew about it. I hope you got to relive your own nostalgia if you got to get giddy about some of the stuff that was in here. Thank you for watching. And remember, everyone, always go onward.